Hello everybody and welcome to the next part of the Build the Enterprise D series. So last time we covered issue 8 of the magazine all the way up to stage 30. We made quite a bit of progress on the saucer section. We also made a hell of a lot of progress on the Cobra head. So today we're going to be looking at issue 9, which covers stages 31, 32, 33 and 34. Now I've had a quick look ahead and it seems like what we're going to be doing here mostly is building up more of the Cobra head and a little bit more of the saucer section. So the kind of stuff we've already covered before, but quite exciting in this particular one is we get a PCB for the saucer section. So instead of testing the lights individually as we build each panel, we'll actually be able to plug the battery pack and all the lights into this one PCB and test them all simultaneously, which should make things a little bit nicer for testing. So you know the drill by now. We're going to get straight into it with stage 31. And what it says there, stage 31 assembly, light up your entire saucer build to date by connecting all of the lights to a single printed circuit board. So what I'm going to do is I will do what the instructions say. I'll fit the board and all of that, but I'm not going to test it until the end of the video. I do need to go find the batteries for it. I don't have many AAA batteries lying around right now, but we've got a few saucer panel sections to fit during the course of the video, so instead of stopping to test, we'll do it all at the end in one big go. We'll have a quick look at the steps though. So what we've got is the neck panel from the stage 30 part. We're going to be adding windows onto that. That'll complete more of the little bit for the Cobra head. And then we've got the saucer's PCB itself. We have the assembly for that, fitting all of the panels, plugging them in. We've also got some cable ties there for some cable management, which will be absolutely lovely. And then at the end of that stage, it shows all of them plugged in. So stage 31 looks like it'd be quite a simple one, maybe a little bit fiddly in places. So let's get straight to it. So what I need to do is I need to get the neck panel 30F from stage 30 and position that with the neck front windows on the panel as shown. So I'll grab that now. So there we go. I'll grab my tools there as well. And I'll just open up the bag. Hopefully you might notice a little bit of a difference in this video because I'm using a clip-on microphone again. So a while ago, I was using just my phone camera and microphone for anything. Then I stopped using it for a bit on my old phone because I got a clip-on camera, but I was having a few issues with it. So I got a new phone and I've been using that one ever since, and then I've went back to using the clip-on camera, and it should be a little bit better, hopefully for you all, because I've managed to get it set up now properly without any problems. Let's get some screws out as well for that. I don't know if we need any. Actually doesn't mention needing any. But it's good to be prepared. We've got another panel to do here as well, it looks like. But yeah, step A, we've got the neck section, we've got the bank of lights, so that is just a matter of dropping it on there apparently. It's a matter of just clipping it on like that, it's in. That's not the most exciting of parts, I'll admit. Now, however, what we have, and this is, I feel like this is going to be one of them stages where we really start to get a handle. I mean, we've already seen stage to stage the scale of this ship, but when we finally finish this bit and see all of those lights lit up at once, I think that that's going to be like a true sort of like thing of, oh my god, this is, you know, what we are making, this is amazing. So there's your PCB. And your, what have we got a saucer PCB cable here. So I'll just pop that to one side again. So let's get the PCB out, shall we? Let's just drop that down the back there. I'll grab that later. So there's your PCB there. That's it like that. And then it just says insert the saucer PCB cable 31E into in 1 on the saucer, and it both looks to be exactly the same. So we'll just, I guess we'll just do what it says and pop that in. Oh, there we go. There. So that's in. Again, not the most difficult of steps. I don't want to keep tempting fate because I've seen what happens when I do that. And sometimes it doesn't work out well for me. So here we go with the next stage. So what we want to do, place the PCB on the underside of the saucer skeleton, keeping all loose cables clear. Secure that in with 4 FM screws. So here's our FM screws. And let's get them prepped. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 1 of them left. So I'll just quickly scoot over and get the saucer. Here it is. 1 giant saucer. Like this. Oh, I actually forgot that I had positioned that on top there. That's the bridge that is not ready to be screwed on yet. Right, so positioning wise. So I've had a look at this bit in advance. And one thing I'm kind of worried about is where this goes. We haven't fit any of the panels here yet. So I'm just wondering if that will hinder us when we go to put them on. I really hope not. But what we want to do is we want to make sure every cable is 100% clear. God knows where we even start with that, because there's so many of them. But let's just do the best we can. I mean, they're all threaded through the skeleton as we'd expect. So, you know, it's not like we have to do too much cable management, thankfully. And then what we've got, place the PCB on the underside, keeping all the loose cables clear. So I can kind of see where that goes. Ah, yes, I see. So it's meant to go down. You're meant to get well out of the way. Excuse me. Right, there we go. That is as best as we're going to get it for now. So what I want to do now is screw that down with the FM screws. So, just an update on the situation regarding my desk and setup. I ordered a desk mat today. I've ordered a lovely desk mat, which should be arriving soon. So, up until then, you are unfortunately still going to have to put up with how it looks at the moment. I know I should have something down, but I just don't have anything yet. But we do have the desk mat coming soon. And it's a lovely Evangelion themed one. It's based on my favourite character of Osaka. So I am recording this on the 14th of August. And I don't know how much crossover there is with people who watch this, but there is also with Evangelion fans, but the final Evangelion film is now out it's now out worldwide. It's been dubbed and subbed in a wide number of countries. I watched it last night, and my thoughts are that it is absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to say too much because, one, I'm still kind of like super emotional after watching it, and two, it's still so close to the release. Even though you won't see this video for another couple of weeks after I've recorded it, it's still so close. I don't want to reveal too much for people. I especially don't want to reveal too much for people in case me talking about Eva intrigues any of you and makes you want to watch it. And if you do, please do check in and let me know what you think. It's, as you probably know, it's one of my second biggest, not my second biggest passion, one of my biggest passions, along with Star Trek. I mean, as you can tell, Star Trek is one of my huge passions because I'm spending about £125 every 3 months to build a starship. So yeah, but yeah, definitely do yourself a favour, go watch it. It's fantastic, it's brilliant, it wraps up everything really well. I've got no faults with it whatsoever. What I do have faults with now is figuring out how to do this. So we've got the PCB on. Now, what we have to do here is some cable management. Plug the 7 deck panel lights shown in the slot marked A on the source PCB. The pairs of plugs from stage 18 have red and black and green and yellow cables. The single plug from stage 24 has a red and blue and yellow and black cables. The 4 plugs from stage 19 have red and black and white and yellow cables, 3 of which are taped together in a bundle. So, yes, there was tape involved. No, it did not stay together, which is bad. And then we've got some cable ties to secure all of them to the skeletal structure, which is pretty cool. And then what do we have after that? Then we've got... I've got some stuff from stage 4 there. So what I might do here is I might do a jump cut to get this all in one place, because this is going to take me a while to figure all of this out. So what I'll do is I'm going to jump ahead. I'm going to plug all of these in, and I shall see you in a minute. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back. So, as always mentioned, famous last words, saying it should be pretty simple. It did take a bit longer than expected, as you can kind of see. There's quite a few cables to sort through, but they are all in place now. They're all tied down to the skeleton. There's a bit of management there. There's a few that aren't tied down. It doesn't ask you to do that yet. Now, if you remember, I said at the beginning of the video I wasn't going to test the lights until they were all ready, but I figured we may as well go for it, because we've got the battery box here, we've got the cable. So what we'll do, we'll plug that in, and what we'll do is we will now flip it over and we can take a look at the Enterprise D saucer. Oh, look at that. That is incredible, isn't it? That is, that's just like... I can't even think of the words for it. It's sort of like, it's not even like halfway done yet, but you can really see how it's taking shape, and it's just sort of like, this is one of those moments in the build where you go, yeah, this is worth it. That's absolutely beautiful. So, and there we go. I'm actually really pleased that worked. I can't quite believe it worked so well. We've got ourselves now to the end of stage 31. So what I'll do is I'll unplug this, and I'll see you again in stage 32. Thank you very much for watching. Welcome back. We're going to do stage 32 now. So stage 32, what have we got here? Link the left neck panel to the larger... Sorry, start that again. Link the left neck panel to the larger battle section neck build and assemble another section of the upper saucer paneling. So I was a little bit... not confused as such, but last video we created a few new saucer panels, and it looks like in this video we're going to create a few more as well, but it doesn't look like we're going to graft them to the saucer itself yet in this video, so it's all going to be about completing another side of that battle section. So let's just start where it tells us to. So I've got the thing there, let's open that up. So what have we got? So we're going to create another bit for the saucer, and then we're going to get the battle section, the neck out again. So we'll pop that there like that, and we'll use our usual kind of methods for grafting this together. Shouldn't take too long. You can see we've only got 5 windows and 2 escape pods. So, boop. So that's 1. That is 2. Then we get the windows. There is not many to do here at all. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, and we want 1, 2, and 3. We'll do our usual thing. I'm going to get a set of tweezers to help pop these in. So yeah, we've got like another sort of part of the saucer ready to go on and be grafted on, but quite a few panels there, but the instructions haven't told us to do it yet. I actually did have a look back just to see if maybe I'd missed it somehow. And I don't see how I would have done, but you know, it is possible. 1, 2, and 3. So we've got all them there now. The next step, really easy step, just to put all that to one side, and then we'll actually get on to what the next step is. Get our LED, get our backing, get our DM screws. So I hope you all really are enjoying this so far. I always kind of make a point of asking every video. I know maybe it sounds a bit annoying from time to time, but you know, always leave comments and let me know how things are going. It's always really lovely to see some of the same people pop up again and again. Like, that actually makes me really happy to see that. I think it's kind of cool that, you know, I don't want to say we've got like a little community here because, you know, but it does feel like, you know, there's like a few people who do watch this and enjoy it, which is lovely. So we'll get that hooked in there. Let me just get the DM screws ready. Right, that's prepped. Going to pick that up. Pop that over. Screw that in. Oh. That's what I hate about some of these. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that wasn't going in properly. These can be so annoyingly... These LED like cables can be so annoyingly inflexible at times and just really ruin things for you. It's ruined my entire day. Right. There, that's better. That's actually... Yeah, actually getting resistance from it this time. There. And one more to go. Can't even get it attached to a screwdriver. Brilliant. There we go. Got there eventually. And we are in. So I was trying to think, we've got a few other things. I mean, we've been very heavy with this lately. It just seems like it's been an endless stream. I've got some other things coming to the channel soonish. We've got some Gundam model kits that I'm going to start building soon. We've got an Evangelion model kit coming, another desktop army one, and there you go. That's the panel there for us. So that, I believe, just gets put to one side. And now what we want, I think we want to bring this back. Yeah, retrieve that. And we want to bring this bad boy back up here. So what do we want to do? Let's have a read of that. Retrieve the left neck panel assembly from stage 31 and position the left front reflector 32G as shown. Next, take your battle section neck build with its two pairs of unassigned left neck panel lights, take one of the bulbs with the yellow and black cable, and plug it into the wider end of the reflector. And then we partially secure the panel with one CP screw, as shown. So we're going to want it like that. Yeah, we're going to want it... Is that right? No, I'm holding it upside down. Oh, yes, yes. I see. I'm smart. So we're going to want it upside down like that. And we're going to want it to go in like that. So, do we want the top or the bottom one? It looks like we want the bottom one. What we want to do, we want to take the yellow and black one. There we go, we'll take the whole thing off. And what we want to do is get that sit nicely over. Then that should plug in nicely like that. Then let's get one CP screw. So we've got the one screw there, we'll put it where it says on build, which is there. So then what does it say? And then it says next take the other unassigned bulb with the yellow and black cable and slot into the other side. Then we fully secure it all down. So that is this one. And what we want to do is be a bit smarter than that. Make sure that is slotted in, which it seems to be. Then we want to fully secure the rest of this down with more CP screws. So we've got the one there. That's in. And we've got one more to go. And here we go. So what is everyone up to at the moment? Anyone playing or watching anything good at the moment? I already mentioned earlier in the video yesterday, as of recording this, which was the 13th, we watched the final Evangelion movie, which, as I mentioned before, was absolutely fantastic and beautiful, and I would highly recommend the Rebuild series to everyone. They're all on Amazon Prime now, all dubbed and subbed in various languages, so, no matter where, you can watch them. Oh, look, that was stage 32 complete. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was another part. Okay, brilliant. So let's pop that to one side for now. That was much quicker than I expected. I'm not even going to jump cut to get to stage 33. There was absolutely no point. What I'm going to do instead, like I said, pop that to one side. Let's fold the book over, because it's only up to stage 34 in this one. So let's reach down in the box and we'll get stage 33's parts. It feels like a very strange video this time round. I don't know why. Might just be, I don't know, I feel like we're blitzing through it. Obviously I had it took me a while to get all the PCB stuff sorted and all the cables sorted for that, but I don't know. It just feels like we're moving very quickly through this one. Very short stages. But I suppose this is sort of a calm before the storm kind of deal. So while this seems simple, maybe the next bits won't be as such. I'm just seeing how much. Yeah, we've gone 12 minutes for that, so this should not take long at all, actually. Let's get these skate pods out. So yeah, mentioned the Evangelion film, which, like I say, everyone should watch. What else am I watching? I haven't started watching Lower Decks Season 2 yet, but that is out on Amazon Prime. So I'm looking forward to that, because I really enjoyed Season 1 of Lower Decks. I thought it was funny. I had a lot of reservations about it. But I thought it was funny. It had a kind of adult twist to it, but it paid respect to Star Trek as well. So it wasn't just like, it's funny but in space and happens to use Star Trek imagery. It knew its Star Trek, which was really cool to see. There were a lot of little Easter eggs there and references to all things. So it was nice to see the, Star Trek done well in a comedy animated form. I was a bit apprehensive as well, because obviously, as I've mentioned, being a fan of Evangelion, being a fan of anime in general, I've got a real love for what the animated medium can do. And I do find it kind of sad that in the West sometimes, and this is maybe a generalisation, but I feel like we treat animation like it is just purely it's either for children or it's for comedy. So it's either, it is either a cartoon on Cartoon Network that is aimed at kids, and there's, obviously there's nothing wrong with animation aimed at kids. It's a fantastic use of it. Or it's like, Family Guy or The Simpsons, where it's made to be, comedic. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I've always felt that the animated medium can be so much more than that. And anime kind of proves that. I'm not saying it's without fault. Anime has plenty of problems, here and there, which, people have gone into numerous times. And, not everything's perfect, but it feels like, we could maybe do a bit better in the West to sort of represent what animation can do and do stuff that has that, more adult appeal. We've seen animation deployed in various ways. The best example I can always think of is in Pink Floyd's The Wall. The Gerald Scarfe animations in that enhance what's being told in the story of Pink. You've got, loads of amazing sequences there. Especially like, the hammers marching, the Goodbye Blue Sky sequence, the empty spaces bit. There's so much there. It's just really, really nice. I do think we kind of miss a trick in sort of utilising animation. But what was it? I was asking what everyone was up to. So, yeah. So yeah, Lower Decks, I want to watch that. I've started playing Stardew Valley quite a bit. It's been really, really warm and I've been quite busy lately, so I fancied something a little bit more kind of chill and relaxing than taxing. And that has been really, really lovely. It's a lovely, gentle kind of farming sim. I believe it was influenced by Harvest Moon, which is something I never played growing up, but did hear of. But this is definitely a recommendation, especially if you've got Switch. It works perfectly on that. What else? I started playing a horror game on the PS5 called Observer System Redux, which is like a cyberpunk sort of horror game where you're investigating a murder and sort of the reappearance of your own son in this strange apartment complex. That's really cool. I'm enjoying that. It's got some really sort of scary moments. It's also notable because it is, I believe, the last sort of performance by Rutger Hauer, who people watching this will most likely know from Blade Runner. Worth pointing out as well that there's a musical link to something I like. One of the artists I like, a Dutch person called Ian Anthony Lucassen. I might have spoke about him before on here. He had Rutger Hauer appear as the narrator on his solo album called Lost in the New Reel, which is absolutely worth checking out. So what we got here? So, take the deck panel, slot the bulb at the end of the yellow and black cable into there. Is that it? Is that just it done? Seriously yet? Oh, that seems really... There we go. So, and then just some BP screws. So yeah, I'm playing that. I've also, just as of today, been trying the beta for a game called Back 4 Blood, which is a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, which is one of my favourite games of all time. Absolutely love Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. Just absolutely fantastic game, so much fun and replayability. And that, yeah, Back 4 Blood seems like a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Let's screw in these 3 BP screws. And oh, there we have it. That is stage 33 complete. It's another deck panel, which is pretty cool. Alright, so what I'll do, we'll join again for stage 34. Welcome back everyone for stage 34 of today's video. So this one, it's just another saucer panel, which we won't be attaching to the saucer in this stage. And then we build up more of the battle section. So we'll get to see an entire side of the battle section done. But we know the drill for this one. It looks like we've got quite a lot of lights to get through on the deck panel this time around. So I'm going to do the old jump cut, so you don't have to watch me placing all of them meticulously. There's quite a few this time around. But I'll get the escape pods in there at least. And then we can join you again when the panel is complete and we're ready to finish our work on the battle section. So I'll see you in a second. So we're back. We've got the deck panel built as expected. It was fairly simple. Nothing really too complex there. But now we can move on to the final stage. Well, final part of this stage. There's 2 pages left to go. And what we are going to do, I'm going to put that to one side. So we're going to bring back our saucer section. So it says retrieve your battle section neck assembly and the left rear windows from your stage 33 parts. So we've got the windows there. And this is what we need. So what we're going to do, we're going to position the left neck rear windows on the panel as shown. And then we're going to fit, I presume, the LEDs in as we did last time. So hopefully that's just in view. There it is. So we're going to fit them in like that. So they are now in. Then what we're going to do, so yeah, the two bulbs. So we're going to have that one will go on the top like that. Let's just make sure it's fully in. And this one is going to go on the bottom like that. And let's just again make sure that one is fully in. I know what this is going to be like. This is going to be quite a awkward thing. Then we're going to try and maneuver that. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It's going to have to be, I think, one at a time, isn't it? Actually, if we move that, yeah, that'll make things a bit easier. There we go. That is in. That is in now. That is perfect. So then we want to take the CP screws. Should have opened these beforehand, my mistake. It's not that big a deal. Right. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. Oh, scooped up 2 at once there. Very eager, I know, but we've got to do this one at a time. So that one goes in there like that. We don't have to hold on to it as much now. Oh. And that one goes in like that. And then the final one goes in like that. And that is now lovely and secure. So we can kind of see all the windows are there. So what is next? Next, thread 2 sets of panel lights through the other side of the skeletal structure and plug them into the battle section PCB. I see, okay. So yeah, we've got 2 more LCDs left. So what's the best way to do this? Bloody hell. Talk about, a tough one. So I can see where they go. What we want, we'll get the first one, first. They're both the same, so I don't know why I'm even entertaining the idea of one being first. But what we'll do, we'll pull that through and grab hold of it if we can. Okay, that is that one done. Let's see if that is actually in. Okay, that is in. I looked right at that LED there. That's a tip for you all. Don't do that. So we've got one in. And then the other one is a very, very similar story. You come through like that. Tell you what, they don't make this bit easy, do they? We're trying to guide it through to the bottom. We have it. So what I can do is I can grip hold of it here, hopefully. There we go. Right, we've got it, we've got it. So then the next step, much like that previous one, is to make sure that boy is snugly in there. And we can pull it out, and then we can test it without looking at the LEDs this time. So you can actually see what I've got there. I've got the two, and they both light up and work. Brilliant. Right, that was a bit of an awkward one, wasn't it? So what is next? So begin by loosening all of the 5 screws in the battle section floor. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to loosen that, then we're going to fit this bit in, then we're going to tighten it back up, and then it should all be complete. And what screws do I need for it? I need BM screws. So what do we need to do? We need to loosen them. So it just says loosen, it doesn't say take them out. But we'll see when we get to it what we need to do here. Because it could be we need to take the whole thing out. Yeah, this is a pretty solid piece of kit, this now. Okay, so then what we want to do, yeah, that comes off just a little bit, so it's a little bit looser now. Ah, there we go, right. We obviously don't want it to be upside down when we're trying to fit it. So tucking these cables in, it's easier. It's another one of those things that's like much easier said than done. So that's in. Now that is on now. So this is God, this is tricky. So that's clipped in, I think. So I think we've got one in there now. Oh, there we go. Right, that's all of them. That's it in. So let's just work on putting all those in now. It's coming in. Oh, no, that's not in properly by a long shot, is it? Oh yeah, that needs to really kind of be pushed a little bit closer. Jesus, that is right. Is that a bit better? That needs I think that's a bit more in line now. The only problem is you can't actually see the holes to make sure it's lined up properly. So you can make an assumption that it's lined up properly, but whether or not it actually is another matter. That is in. That one is now in. We have one BM screw in. This one does not seem to be fully lined up yet. But we have one in at least. And on the other side, we have two BM screws in. So, we're just trying to get this last one sorted. Yeah, because that's just coming out straight away. Problem is holding onto it the way I am, on the other side it's kind of cutting into my fingers a little bit. I wonder if actually it would benefit me more to take this off a bit more. Let's loosen this just a touch more. This is definitely one of those stages I thought, oh, we might have a little bit of difficulty with this. I mean, but theoretically, what we can probably do is take that whole thing off. Now, so we can see, yeah, we can see that's not lined up on this one properly at all. Yeah, actually, that needs to come down just a touch more, actually, in my estimation. I can kind of see why, actually. I can see where we've gone wrong there. There's actually a little tab here, which I think is meant to slide underneath. So, what we'll do is we'll pop this back on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump cut and come back to it, because you don't want to watch me completely unscrew this and pop it back on. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so welcome back. It didn't take too long to figure out, but we did have to take off the top panel and unscrew it all again to put it back on, which I kind of said was going to have to happen. My fingers hurt now after doing all that. No. One problem with screwing this one down is it's very easy to go off balance. And these, because I've unscrewed it all, these screws are getting picked up by a screwdriver so easily again. So they're just being pulled straight out of the hole. But let's get that back on, shall we? Yeah, I had to have a little bit of go at cable management as well. Just pulling a few of the things through. I don't know why it told you to just loosen the top bit there. I mean, maybe it is possible to do it by just doing that, but it certainly didn't feel like it. I keep walking it off the desk. Oh. There. Okay, so there we go. We now have the side of the battle section, and let's do our favourite part of this. Let's test it out. You can see it is working absolutely fine. We've got our little light down there as well, the red one. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Just like to say thank you all very much once again for taking the time to watch this. Please, as always, likes, comments, share the video around, let other people know about it. Let me know how you're getting on with your own build. And yeah, thank you all very much for continuing to watch this, and I shall see you again next time.